Ejection box components. All ejector system components are to be DME or equivalent and as noted in the request for quotation. Mold base, DME number 1 is for low production molds with cavity and core inserts. Mold base DME number 2 is for medium to high production molds with cavity and core inserts. Mold base DME number 3 is for molds cut in solid. All tools must have a plate to cover any ejector box openings located at the top or sides of the mold. Plates should be made of aluminum or sheet metal and are not to be recessed. If recess not feasible, all exposed side actions and critical details must be protected with steel plates from all sides, cage style. All tooling to be built using USA inch standard components including screws and ejector pins. Mold lubrications. Every mold is to have external lubrication fittings for all sliding components, except ejector pins and lifter rod bushings. Grease grooves will be in the stationary member of the sliding components and should not be uncovered by the sliding component at any time. 2. Each fitting will supply grease at one location only. Flexible lines are permitted when internal lines are not possible. 3. Lubricants containing Teflon, silicone or similar type are not permitted. Coatings. Part features that are prone to sticking to their molding surface are to have a lubricity coating. Incorporated. Note: a release coating is not to take the place of proper polishing practices. All features must be adequately polished regardless of their ability to release from the tool during initial mold trials. Features on back of the part, e.g. ribs, bosses, snaps, standoffs, etc., should be draw polished to a level of 400 emery paper. At a minimum. If part feature cannot be polished properly, local inserts should be added to allow this. Spare components. Spare components are to be supplied with the tool as follows. A spare for each one-piece lifter with all features, contours, and shape cut on it. A minimum of 1 spare for each size lifter gib assembly used in the tool. A spare for each small diameter angled lifter rod used. A spare for each horn pin with a pin to slide angle greater than 20 degrees, only if approved to be a part of the mold design. A minimum of 1 spare for each size of thin-walled ejector sleeve used in the tool. A spare for each custom or non-standard ejector pin or ejector sleeve. A spare for each ejector blade, square or rectangular ejector pin. A spare for each gas spring used. A spare set of any non-stock, custom, hot runner manifold components. A spare for any component which is unique, complex, high wear, a risk for breakage, or deemed necessary by the Amer tooling engineer or program manager. A spare set of O-rings for the water line system, only if approved to be a part of the mold design. Note: supplying spares does not relieve the tool shop of any warranty on the tool. Thank you for your time. My name is Amer Janineh and please watch my other mold design videos.